there is a growing uh, calls for a royal commission to look at all these aspects in detail, but the government has been saying no, or the prime minister has been saying no every time. Where do you think, what do you think the government should do? Should it bring in a royal commission, or that's just a political standing from other parties or people?
This is such predictable politicking, isn't it? Um, it's become the standard now that whenever there's an issue that has a bit of complexity involved, the first response of politicians is to call for a royal commission. And really, in most cases, it's not required. In most cases, we know enough about the issues, we know enough about what the problem areas are, that governments ought to be able to get on and put in place a solution without having a royal commission. So in most cases, calls for a royal commission, I think, are a very lazy form of politics, which tends to appeal to fairly lazy career politicians. In this case, I don't know what a royal commission into the events surrounding the Bondi shooting can achieve. Is it that they might uncover some of the early... is there some early documentation around the two individuals which suggested that they were a possible threat and that was ignored? Well, I think we know that already. We know that was the case in relation to one of them. But what can we conclude from that? That the authorities should have acted in a more decisive action anyway, put him in jail anyway, in the hope that he might commit a shooting, and therefore if we put such a person in jail, well, that closes off that possibility. I mean, these are it's hard to know what can be achieved by a royal commission in the specific issues concerning the shooting. The people who want a royal commission, though, also say, I think, that they want it to look into anti-Semitism. Now, this is a minefield. What can a royal commission possibly determine about that is going to be helpful? I think the people who want a royal commission probably want some significant changes to hate speech, so that probably any support for Palestine is probably made more difficult to do. Any criticism of Israel is probably made more difficult. I think that's what they want. Whether that can be achieved in any sensible way is another thing, unless you introduce enormous restrictions on freedom of speech to talk about is the Israel-Palestine issue in any substantial way, because there will always be perspectives on that issue that other people won't like. And it's impossible to regulate that to the satisfaction of everybody. So it's hard to know what realistically a royal commission can achieve, apart from putting political pressure on the Albanese government to say, you should have done more and we hold you responsible. And I think that's it, really. I don't think there's much else that... I don't think there's anything of substance that could be achieved by that.